Season has come to an end for the Dallas Mavericks. Unfortunately, our beloved Kyrie Irving has an ACL injury. He tore it, and this is after the Luka curse. You know, they had the curse of the great Bambino for the Red Sox, where they didn't win a championship for over 100 years. I think we might be seeing the same thing in Dallas. There's star young center Derek Lively was injured. They got Anthony Davis. He played for 2 quarters and then got injured. And then Daniel Gafford, the superstar backup, possible sixth man of the year, got injured. And now Kyrie, with the workload that he's been given as the number one option instead of being the number two, playing 40 minutes a night, gets bumped while doing a Euro step, and unfortunately his left knee goes backwards, tearing his ACL. And at Kyrie's age, a lot of times these injuries are like anywhere from 6 to 8, 6 to 10 months. So he might not even be back until around All-Star time next year.
That's crazy.
So it's going to even impact the next season for the Mavs. So hopefully the rest of the guys will be healed, but they may be struggling without having a real ball handler in the mix for the first half of the season. So we'll see if they have to make trades to get that kind of situation handled. But we got some words here from Kyrie Irving. We're going to watch the video, and then we'll be right back to give you our thoughts.
It hurts. It hasn't been 48 hours since I tore my ACL, but the recovery process already started, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So just wanted to let you guys know I'm okay, and I will be okay moving forward. It does suck a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. It's this one stings for sure, but I have a great support system around me. I have incredible family members and friends, and I know I'm supported not just here in America, but internationally. And I'm not on this journey alone. I did want to give a shout out to all those that have dealt with traumatic injuries before in their lives, and it's not easy sitting up all day in the bed and recovering and thinking about the what ifs and what could have possibly went this way or that way. You guys are part of my journey and part of my process of recovery now, and I will be back and I will be better. It's going to take some time, but I don't question any of God's works or God's planning.
It's like you said, Coles, man. The Dallas Mavericks are cursed, or the team, or what's his name, Nico? What's his
Nico Harrison.
Nico Harrison, GM, really wants to move the team to Vegas because it makes no sense. You trade Luka for basically just nothing. You trade him for two players and a next year's draft pick. And I mean, that's not enough. I mean, you see other people getting traded. They getting like.
I mean, did you see the package they got for Rudy Gobert?
Facts.
When he got traded from the Utah Jazz, they got like 3 players and 5 first-round picks. And you're telling me Luka gets 1 starter level player in Anthony Davis, Max Christie, a young bench player, and like 1 draft pick? I mean, it was ridiculous. If this would have happened back in the day when David Stern was the commissioner, he would have vetoed it, because that happened when Chris Paul tried to get traded to the Lakers, and the 2 GMs were buddies, and they didn't want to pay Chris Paul, and so they were gonna do the trade and basically have to give up nothing to get Chris Paul, and the commissioner said like, no, this is like buddy trading. I'm gonna veto this, and that's the whole reason Chris Paul went to the Clippers instead of the Lakers. Because it's like it's an unfair thing for 2 buddies to do a trade and the trade be super unbalanced.
Yeah, because they did say Nico was friends with the Lakers GM.
Yeah.
So I mean that
Rob Pelinka.
Rob Pelinka.
They said no one could turn down Rob in the leather jacket.
Exactly. So you already know. I mean, that was fishy right there. You traded Luka for nothing. Now, I mean, it looks like the curse of the Luka Doncic is going out there. I mean, everybody's injured. Clay came out. I mean, Clay turned down to the Lakers to go to play in Dallas, and I mean, I'm pretty sure he never imagined that he would have been the last person left standing.
They said he looks like Will Smith in The Fresh Prince when he's in the living room and all the furniture's gone and there's nobody there and he's just standing there standing. Because Clay went there to play with Luka and to possibly have a chance to win a championship. He left the team, the only team he had played for, his whole career to play with Luka and possibly be the missing piece to get them over the hump to win the championship, because, that's what happened against the Celtics. They were double teaming a lot, and, Derek Jones and PJ Washington were given a lot of shots, and unfortunately they didn't show up. And they're like, well, if you give those same shots to Klay Thompson, he's going to knock him down and make him pay for that. And we never got a chance to see that actually happen. And I think Luka would have been able to lead this team. I don't think Kyrie would have got injured by being overworked, and we could have been waiting for Lively, Gafford, and Anthony Davis, or no, not he wouldn't have been there, but Gafford and Lively to come back and make a run in the finals. But now, Nico said he made this move for a win now move because Anthony Davis is like 5 years older than Luka. And that they thought this would make them better when for a championship window for the next 2-3 years. Well, I don't think it. Next year you're going to be struggling.
True.
So then you're going to have 1 year left to kind of make things happen, and that's a lot to risk. And now Luka and LeBron have been like undefeated lately, and winning a bunch of games in a row, and have climbed all the way to the number 2 seed in the West, in the loaded West, climbed all the way up to the 2 seed, where they look like the Lakers are going to have home court advantage in the playoffs, and they ain't had that since probably Kobe.
Man, I don't even believe anything that Nico says. He out here saying like Luka's weighing like 270. They over there listing Luka on like under 240 pounds. So there ain't no way he lose 30 pounds that quick. And then they want to
James Harden did.
Horrible.
You say James Harden gets a belly when he wants to get traded. He gets traded, and it's like he's there for 5 days, and the belly's gone.
Yeah, that's so Ozempic. But nah, they're saying so. They first they were saying his whole weight problem. Now then they were saying, oh yeah, he was smoking too much hookah and drinking too much beer. His lifestyle his lifestyle choices was wrong. And I'm like, what do you mean? Those lifestyle choices got you all the way to the finals multiple times, and he was by himself, and he did everything by himself. So this is just sad. Other people that had the ACL injuries that I remember, that are amazing point guards like Derrick Rose and Murray from the Nuggets. They had the injuries, but Murray's not really like a Kyrie Irving. And then Kyrie Irving and Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was dunking a lot. Kyrie Irving is really not dunking, trying to be that explosive. So
yeah, but he's explosive as far as being quick and agile. So it's still, if it slows him down, his quickness is what him kind of get off on people that are a lot bigger than him, just being so quick to beat him to a spot or beat him to do a floater before they can get there.
Watch.
And now with him maybe being slowed down to millisecond or even half a second, that be enough for some of those shots that he would get off, maybe get blocked. So it'll be interesting to see. But, surgeries nowadays are a lot better than they were in the past. Like you saw Jamal Murray had messed up his knee, and he's about back to, playing form that he was. He's maybe a little bit less, but he's dang near quite there. So it'll be interesting that Kyrie, the only bad thing is Kyrie's like 32, 33 now.
Yeah.
So, he's not, not a spring chicken exactly. So it'll be interesting to see how his body takes this injury at this age. So hopefully it's not kind of career derailing where he has to retire early at like 35. Hopefully he could play to 38 or as long as he wants to play, but prayers up to Kyrie. I really liked using him in 2K and playing with him and Luka in Dallas. But, I've been playing with Luka and LeBron, and that is a delicious combo.
Do you think that Anthony Davis is – so Anthony Davis is hurt and everything. Are they going to let him come back to finish the season, or should they just sit him for the rest of the season?
I think they're going to sit him down. I feel like he came early. Just to be try to ease the Mavs fans, I'm here now, and then he injured himself. So I think there's no reason for him to come back, because you make a run, you make it in through the play-in, and then why put yourself through a tough playoff series if you know that you really don't have a good chance of winning it.
True.
And you can tank and get a top 10 pick, so then you even have another piece going into next season.
True that. Now it's looking like Dinwiddie.
Get a point guard.
So now it's looking like, I wonder what the starting lineup's going to be now. Is it going to be Dinwiddie or is it going to be Hardy?
Hardy got hurt in the last game too.
God damn.
He rolled his ankle. So it'll probably probably be Dinwiddie and then Dante. And then Clay.
And then PJ.
And then PJ. PJ was injured, but I don't think his was serious.
Was it because the kid was born? Or was that the injury?
No. He missed for that, but then he also got injured as well. I think he rolled his ankle. But then PJ will be back though, and then at center.
This is Dwight Powell.
Oh, you know who they signed? Yeah, Dwight Powell. Dwight Powell's back playing.
Mm-hmm.
He plays center minutes. But they signed what's the guy that dunked on Wemby in summer league? That was on the Clippers. That dyed his hair and went crazy. Who said he was the GOAT?
Oh, Kai Jones.
Kai Jones.
They signed Kai Jones now.
Yeah, they signed Kai Jones.
He just got cut.
Yeah, and they just signed him.
Makes sense.
So we'll see if the Kai show could save Dallas this season, but it looks like it's crazy. They went from title contenders to overreacting.
I know Jason Kidd is pissed.
The overreacting. Luka was literally bleeding every game in the finals in his knees, and he was having to carry the offensive load because Kyrie was getting shut the F down because he was having Boston nightmares. So Luka was out there by himself doing it, and his knees were bleeding so much that he really couldn't move on the defensive end, and they took advantage of that. And how quickly they want to switch up on him, but it's looking like the Lakers are real contenders this year. I mean, they honestly have a real shot of winning a championship.